Wow. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Had a little technical difficulty getting in, but hopefully you guys hung out with me. Okay. All right. We're here. Okay. Okay. What's up, everybody? Looks like we were on and ready to go. Please forgive us for being a little tardy. There was a little technical glitch that we cleared up very quickly, but now we're here. All right. Hey, everybody. What's up? What's up? All right. I'm interested, so excited about this evening because we got some stuff we're going to talk about. Thank you for forgiving me, Wendy. I appreciate your forgiveness. All right. Okay, great. All right. I have some exciting news as we get started. Good evening, Shani A. How are you? I think you might be a newbie. Hi, guest 60132 Thomas. Please sign on and change your handles so we can get to know you. And Jean Glasgow. Give me a shout out. Let me know where you're from also. Okay, I'll shout you out, but I need to know where you're from. That would be awesome. My man Teddy Stewart, one of our regulars. We have an exciting direction we're going in with our app, and I've shared it with you before, but I keep sharing it because I'm so excited. First of all, as Wendy's saying, put your pictures in your profiles. Hey, Kai DT, how are you? All the way from Houston, Allie E, what's up? St. Lucia and Jean Glass, are you in St. Lucia now? That would be interesting. I want to make sure that we're getting coverage there. So that's awesome. I love St. Lucia. I filmed there for a while. Mackenzie, how are you? Leslie, great. We're going into a new direction with our app, our company. Basically, it's taken us a while. It takes a while to finally get your footing here. My name is Sakita Thomas from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Girl, from Olive Branch, Mississippi. All right. I love Mississippi. I've been to the Delta. I went to the casinos. Did a golf tournament down there in the Mississippi Delta. It was beautiful. I don't know where Olive Branch is, but girl, please. I'm a country boy. If it's country, I love it. Great. We are focusing on men tonight. And this is going to be something that we're going to be doing in our app. We're going to be talking to men a lot. And let me tell you the reason. I don't think women are going to feel neglected. I don't believe you will. Because I think it's well understood that if men are prepared for marriage and men are doing well, women, y'all going to have a ball. You're going to be great. Okay? You're going to be great. Now, someone told me that the camera looks kind of hazy. I'm going to try something here. Please forgive me. Let's see if this works. Does it still look hazy? How's that? All right. If the camera was looking hazy, I hope that cleared it up a little bit. Olive Branch is next door to Memphis. Love it. I love it. So we're going to be doing a lot of focus on men, a lot of focus on making sure that our men are equipped for love and life. Y'all, this is real life stuff here. I'm just trying to make this right. There you go. And so we're going to, you'll notice it. Thank you. You'll notice in your, on your app in the home page where there's the scrolling where you should be posting. You'll notice there that there's a tab that says Men Touring Manhood. Men, Touring, as in mentoring manhood, Men Touring Manhood. This is a nonprofit that we have that we're infusing in the app, and it's designed to educate men, grown men, not boys, but grown men, and to usher them into manhood. Because I'm here to tell you that just because you have reached that age doesn't mean you have experienced all that there is to know about manhood. Because a lot of us, and I say us, did not have men to guide us. So that's what this is about, helping men to become their best selves in life, in love, and in legacy. That's what this is all about, okay? If men lead well, women will follow. That's excellent. And most men who lead well, it's not a matter of you being a tyrant. It's not a matter of you being in control. There's nothing wrong with your woman leading as long as she knows you are in your God-given position. And that's what we're doing here, okay? So if you, the women on here, if you agree with that, let me see a hand. All right, put up a hand, put up a something, a hello. Let me know that you agree. Because that's a lot of what we've been hearing. So that's the reason we're going in that direction. Excellent. All right, so today I'm answering a question from men. All right. And it's a deep one. It's kind of spicy, kind of deep. And so I'm going to need you guys' help here as we delve into this because it's going to be interesting. All right, and the question that comes to me is, how can I tell my wife that she can't tell me how to be a man? Let me rephrase that. What does he do when his wife keeps telling him about how to be a man? And can a woman tell a man how to be a man? We're going to deal with that. Now, we all have our own ideas of what manhood is. Men do and women do it as well. But the question comes, is it possible for a woman to instruct a man on being a man? We're in a very sensitive and odd age where we're living at this period in our history. And you please, comments, questions, put it out there and we'll approach them. We're in a very interesting, what? Just tell her, right? Absolutely not, Christine says. Right. Okay. He said, just tell her. Okay. And I think that what's happening with this particular question is that the gentleman he doesn't want to offend his wife, which is a position I see men in quite often, where they don't want to offend. Okay. And so it's incumbent upon both parties, men and women, to fully understand this. Lynn says, Christine said, absolutely not. Lynn says, yes, if she has the tools to do so like a licensed counselor. And that's a good point. That's a good point. If you have studied, if you have academically prepared yourself to understand human behavior from the male and female side, and you're giving that information, that's one thing. But in general, in most relationships, whether you're married or single or whatever, this tends to be a problem. And I heard it from more than enough men. Leslie says, no woman can tell a man how to be a man. She has absolutely no idea. Someone says, thank you, Wendy. I did, and I'm good now. Okay. Rosie says, nope. She wouldn't like it if he tried to. Rosie says, nope. She wouldn't like it if he tried to tell her how to be a woman. Wow. That's very good. And we were going to talk about that, actually. Do you feel that a double standard exists, though? Because how often have I heard women say, man up, be a man? I've heard women tell me that. Act like a man. You ought to be a man. But men do not feel comfortable saying the same thing to women. Okay? You're not being a woman. Act like a woman. What is that? What does that look like? Let's continue. Christine says, I agree. Wendy says, I feel like even if you're a female counselor, you still can't tell a man how to be a man. No, you can guide. You can give just principles on human behavior. But as far as how to be a man, no. I agree, not in a typical marriage, dating relationship. And yes, I'm a former counselor and therapist, Leslie says. So here's the thing that's interesting about this. First of all, I think men are and look, let me just put this caveat out here. I hold men accountable. And men, if you're out there, I need you guys to chime in also. I hold men accountable. I have no problem holding men accountable. So I'm not anti-woman or anti-anything, but I do believe that we've gotten to a point in our society, even with our political climate now, where manhood and masculinity is being framed in a very strange manner. Even politically, the leader of the free world is framing masculinity as, very controlling in a controlling nature. This is not about politics. I don't care what your political affiliation is. But I'm saying what is being modeled as far as manhood. Is sensitivity manhood? Is strength manhood? Is aggression manhood? Is passiveness manhood? What does a man look like? And Sakita says, I would never say that to a man, act like a man. And the only time I can tell you to act like anything is when I actually know how that thing acts. Because a lot of us we get our definition or our understanding of what a man is like from our fathers or from the men in our lives. So when you tell a man act like a man, the question is, what is your model for a man? Where did it come from? I'm going to give you a little bit as we move forward, okay? Mackenzie says, I think she can tell him how she wants to be treated. If she feels like she is a better leader, she may have an ego. Okay, she can tell him how she wants to be treated. And I think there's a thin line there, because there's a difference between a woman telling a man, this is how I want you to treat me, as opposed to saying, act like a man. We all should be able to relate to one another and tell each other how we want to be treated. Okay, that has nothing to do with you acting like your gender. It has to do with you treating me like I deserve and desire to be treated. All right. And so I need us to make sure that we draw that line. Ted said there's a lot more conversation on social media where men are telling women how to be women. Both positions are unreasonable, in my opinion. Absolutely. And if you go on social media, especially on YouTube, there are a lot of men. And I look at this as sort of what we used to call in investments as a dead cat bounce. It's like when the market is going down, you see like a bump. That's what we used to call it on Wall Street. But I think men are responding to this, to these overly characterized opinions of men. So now men are coming back and telling women just as wrong. Now I can tell you as a woman can tell a man that, listen, as a man, what your expectations are. If your expectations are for a man to be a leader, to be a provider, if those are your expectations, you can tell him your expectations, okay? But if you're single, you have to be careful, because if you're telling your expectations and that man does not see that, then that man is not for you, okay? So there's another issue about telling a man your expectations, what you desire. My wife told me what she desires in our marriage, right? She doesn't want to go out and slay the dragons and drag home the food. And she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't mind me opening the door for her. She doesn't want to be the strong one that has to take care of everything and handle everything and carry. No, she doesn't want that. Those are her expectations. Now, I have a decision to make. Do I step up to those expectations? Okay? And because to her, that's what she needs. And me fulfilling those things is being her man. I hope y'all get this, okay? Mackenzie says, I think she can tell him. Okay, yeah, we read that. Okay, Lynn. Yes, I agree. I think she can set expectations, but telling a man how to be a man is unacceptable. Absolutely. What is a man? Please define. Okay, great. Let's deal with this for a second. What is a man? Now, when we talk about manhood, here is what a man is. And in our mentoring manhood, at the slide where you have it, we're going to talk more about that for men only. But I want you to know that the information is also available for women, because I want women to also be educated as to what manhood looks like. Here's what this is one of the principles we teach. A man understands his environment, and he understands his power in that environment. He understands. This is one thing, one way to be a man, one definition of being a man. That a real man understands his power to change the people and the environment around him. And he also understands the power that the people and environment around him has to change him. And he knows how to walk that balance. He understands his power to change people. His power, the force he has, he understands that. And he is very careful and holds that as sacred, that power that he has. He's careful as to how he influences people. And he understands that people can influence him also. And he walks that balance very respectfully. Okay? I hope you got that. That's one thing that every man needs to understand. Understand your power. And understand you can abuse it by being overly aggressive. Okay? Because you can change people. You can hurt people. But you can also heal people. And you can also advance people. Understand your power. And understand others' power to change you. Know the difference. Learn how to recognize it. And learn how to walk that fine line. Okay, here's a comment by Tar Bowie. When I was married, I would see how my then husband moved. My dad made sure his family was safe, doors locked before going to bed. My dad would make sure that either the kids or him would get the bags out of the car when my mom made it home with the groceries. My mom would say, ask your dad before a decision was made. It's just different things that you were raised with and you would like to see. This is good stuff. This is good stuff, Tar. Now, here's the interesting thing. And when he says it's okay to change your perspective, Sakita said that's a good thing. Let me share this with you. Those things that you saw that were good, those things you should cherish. And there's nothing wrong with expecting that from a man. There's nothing wrong with expecting a man to open the door. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with expecting a man to make sure that the doors are locked. There's nothing wrong with expecting a man to be your protector. I think these are things that men should naturally gravitate towards. As Rosie says, we should walk softly, or Teddy Roosevelt said, walk softly and carry a big stick. I think that that's the idea behind manhood. That as a man, you should be the protector, the provider. Okay? Now, should you, in this economy, in this society, are you the sole provider? In most cases, no. Unless you're able to be. But yes, being a protector, being a provider, and all that you said there, Tar Bowie, made all the sense in the world. You would make sure that, look, when we go to bed at night, I don't expect nobody to go around and see if all these doors are locked. No, that's my job. Is the alarm on? No, that's my job. Do I sleep with my friend beside the bed? Yes, that's me. My friend, two friends, Smith and Wesson. I make sure that they're ready and locked to go. Because as a man, that's my job. Okay? Now, there are some women who never saw what this young lady has seen. Okay? They've never seen a man take care of the wife. They've never seen a man take care of the home. They've never seen a man do any of these things. So then they don't know what to expect. They go by social media. A man should do this. A man should have a big penis. Yeah, I said that. A man should drive a Lamborghini, a Lambo station wagon, or a Lambo SUV. A man should, that's BS. That's crap. Those are not values. That's why you cannot let social media teach you about manhood. Okay. Give positive reinforcement and Yeshua's dropping knowledge. Give positive reinforcement and inspect what you expect. When a man does something you like, show that you appreciate it. When he falls short, mention the impact of the lack that you feel. And you know what? I want you to get this because this is good stuff. Yeshua says, give positive reinforcement. And this is absolutely true. Men, we will follow your lead. When we see that we've done something and you like it and you gently tell us that was good. Oh, I like that. I really enjoyed that. That was great. We'll do it again. Because it's within us to please. If all we get is criticism, if all we get is showing what we're not doing right, and this is the same for women also. It's the same for everybody. If all you're getting is what you're not doing right, if all that's being said to you is what you're not accomplishing, then you're pretty much going to withdraw. Okay? That's really, really important. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, Yeshua. And even when someone falls short, man or woman, but we're talking about men tonight, mention the impact of the lack that you felt. If there was something you did not do, you know what? I was expecting that, can we get it right next time? Because I needed that. A man does not want to feel like he was not there. Even though he might be a little pissed, he might be a little embarrassed, he does not want to feel like he's not there. Because it goes against our ego. But it's all about you relaying this information tactfully and kindly so that he can understand it. Okay? Rosie, is it reasonable to just stand there and wait for a man to open the door if he doesn't automatically do it? No, it's not reasonable. Know how to open your own door. I tell my daughter that. Absolutely. But a man, and that's an expectation. If that's something you expect, fine. When Wendy and I got married, I made up in my mind that I'm going to open the door. I had no role model. No, I've never seen anybody do that. I saw it on TV no, I said, this is something I want to do, so I do it. She's never requested that I open the door, but I created a habit. So now she'll go to the door and stand there and wait for me, which is fine. Which is fine because I created that habit. It's something that I want to do. Okay? Open the door, holding hands, making sure that I'm doing that. We go someplace, I drive. And here are the keys. No, I drive. Okay? So no, is it reasonable to just stand there? Absolutely not. But if he creates that habit and he initiates that, then it's reasonable to expect him to continue. Okay? Rosie, that man's smart and fine. Okay, I give you the smart part. I ain't gonna go calling him fine. Okay, spouses should not compare their partners to their parents. When you meet someone, it's good to teach them how to treat you. Set new standards for your marriage without comparing your spouse to anyone else, including your parents, no matter how great you think your parents are. And that's good stuff, Wendy. It's something that we teach quite often. Your parents, for as great as they were to your wife, to your mom, your parents, that was their marriage. That was their horizontal relationship. Your vertical relationship was daughter and father. Okay? Now, I'm sure that their relationship may have been great, but you must take those lessons, take some of those positive lessons, but do not expect your spouse or your beloved or your boo thing or whatever, don't expect them to be like your father. Because you don't know what kind of husband your wife was. You know what kind of father he was. You can perceive what kind of husband you think he is. Okay? But you want your own brand of man. You don't want the man that your mother had. All right? Lynn, question. Is Dr. Bryant featured on Cam Newton and Nick Cannon telling a man how he should act? I've heard some of her work, and I think in some cases, yes, she is. But I can't speak to her. I'll have to look her up. You have to give me something specific. I don't want to throw dispersions on Dr. Bryant or whomever. I don't know. But I do think that I've heard some of her work, and I know that she is trying to educate men to be men. That sounds good, but I think it's better coming from a man. Men listen to men. Okay? When a man hears a woman telling you to be a man, it's very maternal. It's very motherly. It comes across educationally. Okay? It's like he's being talked to, not being talked with or talked at. Okay? So even though I know there are scores of women out there who want to set this record straight, and Dr. Bryant, I'm sure, is doing a great job. I don't follow her. I don't know a lot about her. But the fact of the matter is that when a man is talking to another man, there's a whole different dynamic. I have a group of men that I get together with, and we talk about stuff, and it's always so interesting because women, whenever we have a dinner party at the house or something, and the men go off and we'll talk, and we'll come back and say, well, y'all talking about sports and girls, and it's so funny because we very seldom talk about either. Normally we talk about things that are pretty deep. We get stuff off our chest. We talk about real stuff, all right? And I think that it's important for men to be around other men so we can understand the power of being a man and the beauty that can come out of this thing when you do it right, and how great men can be in their marriages. Okay? How to be a man. I want to know the definition of a man. Well, I gave you one definition. Okay? I'll give you another one. Okay? First of all, a man is a leader. A man is someone who understands how to take care of himself and how to take care of his family. And we can go through all this. We're going to go through all this. In fact, I challenge you, click on, have your man to join the Mentoring Manhood page. And what we'll do is we'll run through some things. We're going to talk about some things. I ain't got time to go into all that, but we're going to talk about some things. And maybe you can get some more information from that. But just suffice it to say, as I told you earlier, a man recognizes his power, recognizes his power to change his people and the environment around him, and understands the power that his environment and people around him have to change him. And he knows how to balance and knows how to tell the difference between the two. Okay, that's the definition we're going to start with today. We'll continue this later. All right, our time is up. I hope you guys got it. Ted says, and our last comment coming from a man. A man will respond to vulnerability and naturally seek to fix insecurities, safety, and emotional concerns a woman may have. But it's all in how it's presented by the woman. Yeah. Good stuff, man. A man will respond to vulnerability and naturally seek to fix insecurities. It's the way we are wired. It's the way we are made. Okay, I don't believe it's evolutionary. I think it's creation. It's the way we are made. Our natural inclination, our proclivity is to fix. And when you come to us with insecurities, when you come to us with vulnerability, our natural inclination is to be there, and to be there to make sure that we're there to be the one that heals, to be the one that fixes. And if you come to us in a way where we feel that we're in a position where we feel that you respect and you love and you need us, we'll respond that way. Okay? Sakita said, my first time, I love this forum. Absolutely. Thank you so much, sweetie. I'm so glad you're here with us. And be back on Tuesday. And not only you, but bring somebody with you, okay? Bring somebody with you. I know you said last, but do you think this can work for 48 and up? I just feel like, yes. I know you said last, but do you think this info can work for 48 years old? Oh my God, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, our nonprofit is designed for older men. It's designed for grown men. This is who we need to focus on. Men who didn't get it, okay? Women bring men to the live stream. On next week, every woman that brings a man, let me know. We're going to starting in April, we're going to start a challenge, okay? And we're going to have a challenge for the people that you bring, and we're going to figure it out. I'll figure it out some way. But whoever brings the most people, we're going to have a special surprise or something for you. You'll get the details. Women should bring more men. A man is a leader, protector. He recognizes power. I love it. So glad I got a real man. I'm glad you do too, babe. All right, Sakita, you're 69. That is absolutely awesome. Please continue coming. There's so much we can learn. I've talked to men and I've mentored men of every age. Trust me, it's not about age. It's about knowledge, okay? God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can't wait to see you guys on next Tuesday night, 7 p.m.